Short-term rentals were introduced to the world near 2008. Since then, millions of property investors have turned to the short-term rental business, increasing the growth rate higher than 153%. The U.S. has seen the greatest impact, so why not own a piece of it?
With over 300 hotels and dozens of world-class resorts, one might think the demand for more short-term rentals wouldn't be present here, but that couldn't be farther from the truth.
The tourism industry on this Commonwealth island accounts for 75% of the country's gross domestic product. There's hundreds of hotels and dozens of world-class resorts, and it still isn't enough. Investors are jumping at opportunity before projects are completed.
This future condo hotel development behind me has already sold over 80% of its units while under construction. Why? Because sophisticated investors know the true value of investing away. So where are we? Just 50 miles away from the coast of Florida, in the largest city of the Bahamas, Nassau. It's obvious to think of infamous water parks and adventures when one thinks of the Bahamas, but I'm here to inform you that according to the Bahamas Financial Services Board, the many advantages of doing business in the Bahamas are as clear as its crystal waters surrounding its 700 islands. Hi, my name is Wendy and I'm a licensed realtor. Over the past decade, the short-term rental business has taken the real estate industry by storm, generating over $33 billion. While many real estate investors choose to invest in property in their local city, many cities have begun placing restrictions, some even prohibiting short-term rentals. But that doesn't mean your real estate investment journey has to end there. There are many destinations remaining that embrace short-term rentals. In addition to being your own vacation getaway, there are even destinations that could provide you with a few added incentives. Amongst the many reasons to invest in the Bahamas are the absence of local taxes on capital gains, inheritance, personal and corporate income, to name a few. While not exactly considered a tax haven, the Bahamas is considered to be more tax neutral.
With a total population of around 400,000, the Bahamas is made up of over 700 islands and cays, with only about 30 islands being habitable. Nassau measures 21 miles long and 7 miles wide. Known as the wealthiest nation in the Caribbean, today, the Bahamas' main industries include tourism and banking. As for vacation goers, the Bahamas isn't falling off of the list of one of the greatest places to vacation anytime soon. With a variety of world-class resorts, water parks, and activities, it is the perfect destination for a family vacation or getaway. And with dozens of flights scheduled daily, it is even easy to get to.
Currently, there are near 1,600 rental properties on the island, averaging a 58% occupancy rate, with visitors booking as far as 122 days in advance. In terms of rental demand, revenue growth, seasonality, and regulation, Nassau earns a market grade of an A.
Its top waterfront properties generate near $500,000 per year or more. There's even one-bed, one-bath condos in a popular resort generating as much as $150,000 per year. Occupancy rates, booking days ahead, and properties booked are rising, and it's rising fast. Nassau has seen a stable growth of 2% quarterly. Much of this can be attributed to the fact that Nassau remains a great attraction year-round. Even during its coldest month, Nassau sees temperatures between 67 and 77 degrees.
Today I'm meeting with a local realtor, Albert Thompson. He's going to give us a little insight on life in real estate here in Nassau.
Hi, I'm Albert Thompson, a real estate broker and appraiser here in New Providence. Let's take a look at some properties here in the country.
So tell me, how is the real estate market here on this wonderful island of paradise?
It's doing well. Since the pandemic, we've had a lot of resiliency, and a lot of people who had that pent-up demand of wanting to purchase real estate are back in the market. A lot of people who were abroad now coming back, and they want to be in paradise. If they're going to be in isolation, they want to make sure that it's here in paradise. And so it's been a really good 2 years in the market.
That's great. So what percentage of your business would you say is someone who is purchasing a second home?
So in terms of the clientele, I would say about 50% of my clientele would be local and 50% would be non-resident. And so, yeah, that typically has been consistent for me over the past few years.
And those non-residents, what are they normally looking for?
Definitely they're looking to see the waters of the Bahamas. They want to see those aquamarine hues, and if possible, hear the sound of the ocean. So they want to be beachfront, or at least have a view of the water. So that's the thing. They want to be where they can see this water that's called the Bahamas, that's what we're known for, basically.
And I don't blame them one bit.
Yep.
So if I was interested in purchasing a second home here, and of course I would want something near the water, wouldn't have to be too elaborate, 2-3-bedroom condo maybe. What would you say my minimum budget should be?
Your minimum budget should be about $500,000. And that's for something that's a bit off the beaten path. If you want something that's a bit more developed in an area where you have more amenities, at least $1 million. And if you want a house, then at least $2 million.
Okay, so if I was interested in purchasing a second home here, and I only wanted to stay during those slow times and do a short-term rental the other times of the year, would that be a possibility?
That is certainly a possibility. Of course, you can find places that would do that, but you have to go according to the association and their rules and regulations. Some of them allow it, some of them don't. So you just have to have a trusted realtor work along with you to make sure find that, that niche that's right for you.
Okay, that sounds good. So tell me about a few of the properties that we're gonna see.
Sure. So we're going to look at a variety of properties. We're going to look at vacant land for those persons that want to develop something from scratch and customize it. We're also going to look at a condo that's off the beaten path, as well as one that's in a more centrally located area that has more amenities on Paradise Island. We'll also look at a standalone house in Sandy Port and another place that's a nice place off Eastern Road, which is the eastern side of the island.
Okay, so we're gonna see Paradise Island, Sandy Port, eastern side of the island, and Coral Harbor?
That's correct.
So we pretty much are gonna visit all sides of the island.
Yes, we'll see a lot of Nassau today, at least 80% of it for sure. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I am ready for this tour, and I'm so excited to see what Nassau has to offer.
Okay, let's go.
So how large is this lot?
So this lot is 1 acre, right? And so you're looking at a large area where you can develop something, customize it from scratch. And right now, there's a shortage of multifamily properties available on this island. And so this is in a perfect spot because it's in the western area, which is a high demand area. And you have all of this frontage, so you can develop townhouses. You can also look at possibly doing something, even if you wanted a house, you could do that as well.
Okay.
But it's really suitable for multifamily development.
So it's up to the buyer what they want to do here. There's no restrictions?
Right. There's a restriction in terms of commercial development, but residential, there's no restrictions. So you can do multifamily or you can do single family.
Okay.
But for a 1 acre piece of parcel, you can do long-term or short-term rentals. You can do whatever you want in terms of that. There's no restrictions in terms of rentals.
Okay, so you have an entire acre here.
That's right.
What are the setbacks of the property?
So you're looking at 20 feet from the front and the back, and on the sides, 8 to 10 feet depending on the height of the building.
Okay, so that's pretty standard. So
Correct.
you could pretty much utilize the entire acre.
Of course, definitely.
The property.
There's so much you can do with this. You can do a single family house, you can do a multifamily structure, you can do townhouses, duplex or triplex, fourplex. And so if you're looking at rental income and investment property, this is it. And there's not many of them left in New Providence, especially in the western part of the island.
Are there any restrictions in terms of stories?
Usually in here, most people have done 2 stories and 2 stories in the loft, so you probably want to stay within that range.
Okay. That sounds very promising for someone wanting to build a multi-unit property in the Bahamas.
Exactly. And so if you're looking for rental income and you don't mind if it's long-term or short-term, and you can develop it from scratch with your own ideas, this is the perfect opportunity to have your blank canvas to do it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for showing me this lot today. I'm glad we came by and I can definitely see the potential.
All right. Thanks for coming by.
The opportunities this multifamily zoned residential lot presents are pretty exciting. It's not often a developer runs across a lot this size with so few restrictions. There's a nearby townhome community which features 2 to 3 bedroom townhomes and a community pool. Duplicating the same concept has the potential to generate up to $49,000 per unit. Why is this so exciting? Because townhomes can yield approximately 12 to 18 units per acre. A development as such would mean this opportunity has the potential to generate $588,000.
All right, so Wendy, welcome to Aqua.
Ooh.
So this is a condo development that was recently developed here in the southwestern part of the island. And we have two buildings. We have the beachfront building with 4 units, and then we have the garden building, this one that we're in now, that has 6 units, 3 upstairs and 3 downstairs.
Okay.
The unit has just over 1,500 square feet of space. And this is where you can get into a development that's on the water for just under $500,000.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
That's a steal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's brand new construction.
You can't beat new construction.
Exactly. So no remodeling needed. You just need to bring your appliances and your furniture and you're good to go.
Which I actually like that they left the appliances to the owner, because you can go with your preference of refrigerator in terms of features.
Exactly.
And I personally would probably install a wine fridge or a wine cooler instead of a dishwasher.
Correct. So they left it up for the individual buyers to do that so that they could, customize it depending on what type of appliance they want.
Okay.
Okay. So let's take a look around. As you can see, it's an open floor plan. From the kitchen, you actually have a water view. So that's a benefit. If you're ever in the kitchen a lot, you can actually take a look outside if you want to break the view and just take a look outside and say, okay, even from this garden unit, you still get a water view as well.
What's the height of the ceilings in here?
So inside here, you're looking at about 11 feet.
Okay.
So you have, and also it's a tray ceiling too, so that's a great thing.
I like that.
You have recessed lighting, and all of the windows and doors are hurricane impact. So it's good for soundproof to keep some of the sound out as well as for security. So let's take a look on the balcony on the outside.
You know, I really like that you mentioned the hurricane windows, that they can prevent a lot of outdoor noise.
Correct.
From hearing that. So to me, when I think of a property here anyway, I think of something serene and peaceful and quiet. But I never thought that hurricane windows would be a contributor to that.
Sure, because even though we're in a part of the island where there's not much activity, you still would have sometimes traffic passing by, so you want to make sure that when you're inside you don't have that noise, so that's a great thing. And of course you're on the outside here on the balcony, you get to see the sunset now as we're looking west. It's so quiet still, and you have the feel like you're on an out island. So in the Bahamas we have 29 major islands, and outside of New Providence, they call them the out islands. And you get a feel that you're away from everything. So you get the feel of that with this property, even though you're only 10, 15 minutes away from commercial activity.
Definitely. I love how spacious this balcony is, but then also how private it feels.
And there are 2 of them. So there's this balcony off the living area, and there's also one off of the master bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Take a look at that. Okay, so let's take a look at the master suite. We have 2 closets on both sides as you walk in.
Perfect.
And of course, you have again the tray ceiling inside here with the recessed lighting, lots of space inside here. And again, lots of ventilation. There are windows all around. So if you don't want to use the air conditioning, you can open up the windows. It's very easy. And they're also pull down screens. So you can easily just open it up like that.
I love that.
You get the nice natural
I can feel
breeze
it
coming in, right? And of course, you can pull it down if you want to have the screen as well. So that's all here. You have, of course, a balcony here, and outside of this balcony, you do have a view of the water. So that's,
really?
That is a plus, yes, you do. So let's take a look at that. So if you look out there,
oh, wow.
You do have a view of the water.
See, I can sit here. I'm never going inside.
Yep. So we saw the master bedroom. Here's the master bath. It's a part of the ensuite. You have your double vanity. Of course, you have a soaking tub as well.
This is something that I love to see, because you're starting to see some newer homes that are going with oversized showers and they're eliminating the tubs. But after a long day, I love it.
So you have a tub and you have a shower as well. So you have both.
Yep. This is nice. It's a very nice size.
And if you notice, all of the doors inside here are the frosted glass, which is a nice feature inside the unit. So Wendy, we passed also the laundry area, and there's a linen closet here too.
Okay.
So lots of storage inside the unit.
Nice size.
Here is another bedroom. This is one of the guest bedrooms. Again, a good size, windows all around, and lots of ventilation.
It is a nice size because you could actually put 2 twin beds here.
It's a lot of possibilities that you can do with this. And of course, again, the frosted glass doors and closet space. It's deep closet, so you can actually store a lot of things.
I love the taller doors too.
Yeah.
Versus your standard 8-foot. These are nice.
And so you have this room, and again, we can take a look at the other guest bedroom as well. In between the 2 bedrooms, you have your shared bathroom with, again, the signature frosted glass feature here. And I like the colors that they use. It's a neutral color, which is, it can go with so many things.
I like the backsplash.
Yeah.
Gives me kind of those sea hues.
And it's a pop of color in the explosion of the beige and neutral colors.
Yes, I like that it's light and bright, but there's still some contrast in there in the details.
And of course, you have a tub too. So after the shared bathroom, you have another guest bedroom, about the same size as the other one. And of course, this one doesn't have as much windows, but still a lot of natural light comes in. And of course, you can conserve some of the energy because you have the reflection on the glass itself. It keeps some of the sun's rays out.
Oh, okay.
So that allows you to conserve energy if you're using air conditioning.
Okay.
One other thing about this property that I will tell you is that it has a generator, full backup generator. So if you are ever here and the power goes out, you don't have to worry about not having electricity. It has a full backup generator that is included with the homeowners association fees that you pay each month. And that averages about $525 a month.
Okay.
You also have a water holding tank. So, for example, if you have an issue with water pressure in other parts of the island, you won't hear it because there's always enough water pressure here.
Wow.
So they thought about everything. They thought
That's
about the water
amazing.
pressure, they thought about electricity. There's also drainage on the property, so there's never flooding. They thought about all of those things.
Very eco-friendly.
Yeah. And speaking of eco-friendly, the actual color of this building is built into the concrete, so it eliminates the need for having to do a lot of painting and paying for that cost as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I see you like the sea breeze. You're like right there.
I love the breeze. I love it.
Yes.
So I can definitely get used to this seaside living.
It's beautiful, tranquil. Yeah.
It's very beautiful. This is just such a great opportunity. I'm thinking of what this condo offers: 3 bedrooms, over 1,500 square feet, $450,000, steps away from the beach.
Correct.
Eco-friendly, gorgeous pool. This is definitely a gem.
Did you bring your swim trunks? You can jump in now.
I definitely wish I did. I definitely wish I did. It's just, it's beautiful.
Yeah, this is what living on the family islands is like, and that's what we call the other islands in the Bahamas. So it gives you that peaceful, tranquil feel.
Well, I look forward to what you have in store for us tomorrow.
Okay, look forward to having you, and thanks for coming by today.
Oh, no problem at all. I wish I could stay.
This Coral Harbor condo is the perfect property off the beaten path. I was impressed by the square footage of this unit, and its private balconies, modern finishes, soaking tub, and community pool makes this the perfect sanctuary just steps away from the beach. Based on a super nearby comparable, the revenue potential for this new construction condo is $76,000. This trip is unfolding into something absolutely amazing. See you in part 2 for more reasons why you should invest away in Nassau.